Welcome to Iconic Leadership, the podcast for female entrepreneurs who know they're here to lead, not just build a business. This show is for women stepping into the Alpha Queen era, where leadership becomes identity, power is embodied, and success is created from the inside out. Here, we explore sovereign leadership, expansion, vision, purpose, business, and the inner work that is required to build an empire that fits the woman you are becoming. Strategy matters, but who you are matters more. I'm Karissa Adkins, and this is Iconic Leadership. Welcome to the new standard of the Alpha Queen power. Can I challenge something I think is keeping so many women stuck right now in their life and in their business? Not just entrepreneurs, not just coaches, women. Because here's what I'm seeing. Women are investing more money in themselves than ever before. I mean, more books, more certifications, more masterminds, more business coaches, more life coaches, more marketing programs, more productivity systems, more strategies. And yet they're still exhausted. I mean, they're overwhelmed and they're still questioning themselves. They're still wondering why nothing seems to really, truly, move the needle forward when it comes to living a more extraordinary life and having a very profitable business. And I think I know why. Because we've become obsessed with thinking all we need is strategy, while completely neglecting self-mastery. And what I mean by self-mastery, guys, is skills that we actually need to build that will help the strategy actually work. And I think the coaching industry has accidentally taught women to solve the wrong problems, right? So yes, I do believe that if you are an entrepreneur and you're a newer maybe coach or service-based provider online, you do absolutely need strategy. I mean, you literally cannot just be like, I'm going to be an entrepreneur today and like, let me just fucking try everything, right? Like you do have to have a strategy. But what I've realized is that, I used to just be one of those business strategists that would literally like listen to my clients. I would, and then go back to my office and I would build them out like $1 million plan. Like, Karissa, if you were them and you were building your next $1 million business, what would it be? And I would map it out step by step, task by task, who I would have to hire, all of the things, right? And I would literally give that woman this beautiful plan, checklist and everything. Because who doesn't love a checklist, right? And after about 3 weeks, that woman would be doing it. And then she would start to fizzle out. And I'm like, girl, what the fuck are you doing? Right? Like, why did you stop? Like, why did you stop building? Why did you stop promoting? Why did you blah, 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 blah? So the real problem is not necessarily strategy. Again, if you don't have any, you absolutely have to have a strategy. But once you've mastered some strategy, right, you need to start to master yourself in order to really grow and scale. So, welcome to Iconic Leadership Podcast, where we help women master themselves so that they can master their lives, build extraordinary businesses, and create lasting impact. I'm your host, Karissa Adkins, founder of the Alpha Queen Empire, leadership coach, author of Unapologetic, and the creator of the Universal Laws of Iconic Leadership, aka universal skills that every woman needs. I don't care if you're 8 or 80, you need these skills that are in this book. But every week, I'm going to challenge the way you think. I'm going to strengthen the way you lead and give you practical strategies to help you grow your confidence, your leadership, your business, and of course, those self-mastery skills. Because here's what I believe 100% without a freaking doubt. When a woman masters herself, she doesn't just change her own life. She changes the next generation and the next generation and the next generation. So whether you're listening on your morning walk today, or maybe you're catching this during your workout, or you're driving the kids to school, I'm here to help you build your dream life and step into that extraordinary way of life and living. Okay, so either way, no matter where you're listening, I am so glad you're here. So let's dive into today's episode. Grab your pen and paper because I'm kind of known for bomb dropping and like ahas and like, oh. So anyways, plus I think money makers are people who write everything down. So, okay. So I've been coaching women for years. I mean, literally I have coached hundreds of women over the last decade, and I've watched hundreds of businesses grow. And I've helped lots of women, scale into million-dollar brands. I've helped so many women step onto stages and learn how to give keynotes and all of the things, right? I've watched all of that happen. But I've also watched hundreds of women struggle. And the longer I do this work, the more convinced that I became of one thing. The symptoms are absolutely showing up in your business, but the root cause is almost always something deeper. Okay, I want you to think about that. So you think you have a marketing problem, but maybe you actually have a confidence problem. You think you have a sales problem, but maybe you actually have a fear of rejection problem. You think you're struggling with consistency, but maybe you're struggling with self-trust. You think you need another strategy, but maybe you simply just need to believe that you're worthy of success. Do you guys see the difference? Right? I'll never forget, I was sitting in Kenya this last year, right? If you don't know that about me, I have a whole global humanitarian side of what I do. I truly believe that being a leader is more than just running a business and running a team and helping clients, right? Like I truly think that every business should have some sort of, philanthropical side to their business. So I love the work that I get to do in Kenya. But there I was just a couple of months ago, right? June of 2026. I was watching young girls write down their dreams, right? Some of them had never even been asked about what they wanted for their future. They were just like in the daily grind of survival. But as I watched them, because I would ask them, like, write down your goal. What is it? What is it that you want? Not what your mom thinks, not what your friend wants to do. What it is that you want. And I had a realization as I was watching them write down their goals at one of these schools. The greatest gift we can give another human being isn't more information. It's belief. Belief in themselves, belief in what's possible, belief that their future can be different than their past. And then I thought, how many grown-ass women have lost that belief in themselves? How many brilliant women have stopped believing in their own dreams? How many women are chasing strategy when what they really need is to rebuild their identity? So here's what I believe. Every external result is created by an internal reality. If you don't believe you're worthy of success, you'll sabotage opportunities before they probably even land in your inbox. If you don't trust yourself, you'll second guess every decision you make. If you don't regulate your emotions, you'll quit when things get hard. If you don't master your mindset, your business will consistently reflect the chaos that's happening internally. Because you can say all of your amazing affirmations every day, like, I am a millionaire, I am a millionaire, I am confident, I am amazing. But if you don't deep down inside believe that to be true, it won't happen for you. Okay. Businesses, because businesses don't outgrow the woman leading them. They mirror her. Okay. So I believe that where you're at in your business is a mirror. It's a reflection of what's actually happening on the inside. We all know people that are like, oh my God, everything just like looks perfect for her. And she's constantly winning things. And like, she's constantly celebrating massive months and all of those things. Like, what's the difference? Like, we took the same course. We bought the same, mastermind program, like all of the things, right? We can get into this comparisonitis, but really what's happening is she's worked on herself. She has built an identity. She has, mastered herself so she could master the strategy while you're still, wishing, hoping, and praying. She's actually doing the damn thing. And I'm lovingly saying this to you. And I want you to think of our industry. It's almost become an addiction, right? People are addicted to tactics. Everyone's selling another funnel, another idea, another AI tool, another content strategy, another lead gen system. And listen, those things matter. I mean, I teach women how to build businesses. I love strategy, but strategy magnifies who you already are. So if your identity can't sustain the growth that you're on, guess what? Neither will your business, sister. This is why I wrote my book, Unapologetic. Not to give women another leadership book, but to introduce a philosophy, a different way of thinking. Because leadership doesn't begin when someone follows you. Leadership begins the moment you decide to master yourself first. So here's what I want you to ask yourself today. What problem have I been trying to solve externally in your life or in your business that actually needs to be solved internally? I know, because you're looking outside of yourself for a solution to a problem that is much deeper. Okay. And so I want you to just sit with that. What problem have you been trying to solve externally? You've hired all the people, you've bought all the things, you do all the things, but they really need to be solved internally first. Don't answer too quickly. Just sit with that. Journal it. Be honest, because awareness is where transformation begins. I believe the greatest investment you'll ever make isn't in your business. It isn't in real estate. It isn't in the stock market. It isn't even in another course. The greatest investment you will ever make is becoming the woman you are capable of creating the life you're praying for. The greatest investment you'll ever make is becoming the woman capable of creating the life you've been praying and begging for. Because your business doesn't determine your future, you do. Your circumstances don't determine your future, you do. Your level of self-mastery determines the quality of every area of your life. And that's why this entire month is dedicated to diving into one question. What would change if you just started to master yourself? I have a feeling everything in your life would change. I mean, just think about it. If you truly believed in yourself, what would you be doing? If you truly felt unlimited amount of confidence every single day, how would that affect your life? If you truly stopped holding yourself back, what would you be doing? Who would you be helping? If you truly learned how to love yourself, how would that feel? What kind of role model would you be if you were a mom that showed up like that? Right? Everything, your bank account, everything will start to change, ladies, when you start to work on yourself. So if today's conversation challenged you, good. I want to invite you to continue your self-mastery journey by first grabbing a copy of Unapologetic. Remember, it's not just a book, it's an invitation to become the woman your next level requires. Second, I want to encourage you to join our free community. It's called Alpha Queens Rising, where you will be surrounded by other women committed to growing from the inside out first. Of course, there's business tactics in there. Duh, that's the easy part. But the hard part is being willing and courageous enough to work on you. I know it could be scary, but it's a free community. No, it's not another Facebook group, guys. It's my own community that I've built. There's an app you can download for like easy access from your phone. But guys, I love this community. And finally, I want to encourage you to download the Rise app and begin building the daily habit that strengthens your mindset, your leadership, and your confidence. It's an app that you would log into every day, choose a meditation, choose an EFT tapping, regulate your nervous system, rewire your programming up here, because it's your own stinking thinking that's stopping you from where you're at, okay, and where you want to go. So remember, right? Transformation just doesn't happen typically, right? It's in a breakthrough moment, and it happens in the daily decision to become the woman that you've been destined to be. So thank you so much for spending part of your day with me here on Iconic Leadership Show. If today's conversation challenged you, encouraged you, or gave you a new way of thinking, would you do me a favor? Just go ahead and subscribe to the show, leave a review, and share this episode with another incredible woman who needs to hear this message. And if you are ready to discover the one area of self-mastery that will create the biggest breakthrough in your life and your leadership and your business, then go ahead and book a call with me. Okay, book a call with me and we will go through all 10 skill sets to see which one you need to possibly work on first. So until next time, lead boldly, live unapologetically, and remember, master yourself so that you can master your life. Join us on Thursday for an 8-minute breakthrough session. And I promise you, this will be a really great session. It's 3 reasons why smart women stay stuck even after buying the courses. All right, bye for now, guys. Thank you so much for listening to another episode of Iconic Leadership. If today's conversation activated something within you, make sure you subscribe and share this podcast with women who are ready to rise up too. Leaving a review helps this movement reach more women stepping into their power. This is Iconic Leadership.